Hey guys, Dr. Morse, injury experts. Let's talk about J.K. Dobbins. So we saw this injury on Monday night. He never returned to the game. It was unclear initially if it was right knee or left knee, and then eventually he grabbed his left knee. So we said, okay, it's probably his left knee. And when you looked at the force placed on his knee initially by the defender, you said, well, it could be an LCL sprain, which is that lateral compartment, and that's what he had reconstructed a couple years ago when he tore his ACL in this knee. But it sounds like that area was safe, likely due to the reconstruction. And the MCL, which is the most commonly injured ligament on the inside of the knee, which was not reconstructed when he tore his ACL, was actually sprained. So the problem with MCL sprains is that this is very important to the inside of the knee. And if it's a deep enough tear, you can actually tear part of the meniscus that attaches deep to the tendon, to the ligament. And what also can happen is if you return too quickly from an MCL sprain, you can actually increase the risk of tearing the ACL. And for him, this would be again, because of the way that the mechanics are of the knee. This is what happened at Cooper Kupp back in 2018. So traditionally, guys miss at least 1 to 4 weeks with an MCL sprain, just depending on if he got really lucky or if it's more of a moderate sprain. Now, this is something that I would personally do PRP or stem cells too. If they don't do that, this is not something they're going to do surgery on if he's planning on coming back this year. So realistically, they're going to rehab him a lot and probably going to miss at least 1 to 2 weeks, but I would not be surprised if they shut him down for a month. Given how good they are and how much they have potential to be in the playoffs, it's a little risky. So we're probably going to see Gus Edwards, who looked okay. We're going to see Hassan Haskins, who didn't look very good at all. And then we're going to see Kamani Vidal, who's had his moments of potency and probably the youngest and most athletic of the three. So we'll have to see how this plays out, but potentially significant. And you could see at the end of that game the other night, they couldn't run the ball, which pretty much means they had to pass. And that makes them a very challenging offense to run because you need to be able to have a balance. So with Dobbins out for a couple weeks, he might have potentially lost his comeback player of the year award because of this injury, just not being able to finish the season. We'll see how that plays out. But it sounds like he got lucky. This isn't a significant sprain, but enough to keep him out for at least a couple weeks. Hopefully that gives you some insight heading into week 13 of the NFL.